Well, here's a few quick tips for the bottom line. Man, congratulations on getting your new double bass. I just want to show you a couple of things that will probably help you stay in tune initially a little bit more easily, and just to get your left-hand technique together. Probably you already know this, but the classical technique for double bass is this on your left hand. So it works 1, 2, 4 like that. This is how your hand is spaced. There's a big gap between your first and second fingers, and then your third and fourth fingers are kind of there together so that your third finger can back your fourth finger up. Training your hand to do this reliably to begin with is a little bit difficult. So the trick one of my teachers taught me is this. Get a wine cork. Okay, if you can't find a normal wine cork, a champagne cork will be fine. Doesn't really matter how you get the cork. You may have to drink something to get it, I guess. Put it between your first and second fingers, about the middle knuckle if you can get it. So about there, and then what that does is it helps keep your fingers in the right position on the bottom of the neck. When I say the bottom of the neck, I mean up near the nut here. So that's the first thing. The other thing I would say to you is the right-hand technique for electric bass is that you play with your fingertips like this, okay? But on double bass, that doesn't work quite as well. And it's much better if you could put your thumb against the side of the fingerboard and then use your index finger in kind of a trigger fashion. This is the sort of classic Ray Brown style technique. Okay, so that's something. There's two things to think about. The other thing I guess I'd like you to think about as well is, in terms of finding your position on the neck, on most double basses, the way that it works is, as you come, if you come down so that your hand here hits the neck joint like that, that's roughly, if you wrap your little finger around where the heel of your hand is, you should get D on the G string. And you may need to adjust that a little bit. Okay, so that's your octave there. So that's like fret 7. So fret 7, back to first finger is fret 5. There's fret 4 there, fret 2, and open there like that. So there's 7th fret just by sliding up. You can get your 7th fret fairly easily. And then as you go back, what you can do is kind of reach your thumb out behind it, and it'll hit this part of the neck just up here, and it's very easy to find the first fret bass like on that. Because the big difference, of course, between electric and double bass is, on double bass you spend a lot more time shifting to get to different things. An E-flat major scale is a good example. From the B flat, okay, there's a shift to there, and then a shift up to the D with your second finger, and 4 is E flat there. So yeah, that shifting process is really critical. So you could even practice shifting so that you're in tune. And when you do that, check it off open strings as a way of staying in tune. But as I said, the champagne cork will help you to stay in tune for the bottom of the neck. Up here, you might need to squeeze things together quite tightly. Down the bottom, though, that'll do the trick for you. Anyway, there's a few little things to play with. The only other thing I would say is listen really carefully and spend as much time playing it as you can. In fact, if you're able to, put your electrics away at home and just play double bass. If you buy a bow and you start bowing, I can show you some things about that as well. That will help your intonation a lot, because when you start bowing, you start to notice just how horribly out of tune you are, and you fix it much quicker. But anyway, I hope that's enough to start with, and let me know if you'd like any other help.